Mr. Jeff Landry, the governor of the state of Louisiana, taking time out of his busy schedule to speak about Scott Woodward and the issue at LSU. Listen to this man talk.
I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward is not selecting the next coach. Hell, I'll let Donald Trump select it before I let him do it. Because here's what y'all reporters need to do. Y'all need to start looking at who represents all these people, like these agents. You know what's interesting? If I'm not mistaken, Woodward's agent, Kelly's agent, the Texas A&M, they're all the same agent. Like, this is ridiculous.
We got serious issues to deal with in this country. And I'm sure the governor of Louisiana has serious issues to deal with. Him being involved in sports and the program and all of that other stuff, whatever. What the hell does Trump have to do with anything? What you mentioning him for? What I religiously bring up when it comes to the fawning of our president, he's the kind of person that will award you for speaking nicely of him if you're somebody who's deemed to be on his side. And when I hear these politicians doing that, it always makes me ask, what are they angling for? Because why was it necessary to bring him up? Landry does make a good point. Because he said ain't no way in hell Scott Woodward is making the next selection of who's going to be the next head football coach at LSU. Ain't no way in hell. He said the committee will be put together and they'll make the choice. It ain't going to be him. When you've got two coaches that are being bought out for in excess of $130 million, that is a blemish that you cannot shake. But it doesn't mean that when Jimbo Fisher was hired, it was the wrong hire. It doesn't mean that when Brian Kelly, who was considered a damn good coach at Notre Dame, was hired, that it was the wrong hire. What it truly, truly means is that in the end, the negotiation wasn't good. It's one thing to target a person that you want to hire. It's another thing to negotiate the contract. And when you look at what's negotiated, that's where the problem lies. Now, the governor for Louisiana, I get where you're coming from. My response to you, sir, Governor Landry, would be this. Were you that outspoken when the student athlete was being exploited all of these years? Were you that outspoken when the NCAA was pocketing money hand over foot? When they were generating over $1 billion a year for March Madness alone and didn't want to compensate the student athlete who was helping to generate the revenue? Sir, you're a fan of Trump, right? You're a Republican, right? Don't you believe in free market capitalism? Where were you when the NCAA was making money, but the student athlete wasn't?